Hey guys, it's godsairsofters and I'm Freezer. Today I'll be bringing you a review of the DBoys PDW. This is a very, very nice weapon and it can be extremely versatile in many situations. So, let's open this up. This is what it looks like halfway out the box. So, here's what it looks like when it's got all the styrofoam and stuff. You'll notice how small it is. This is kind of an indicator of how small the gun is. But, as always, you'll have your A-Spec Airsoft warranty, all the normal stuff. Call the number if you have questions. And your A-Spec Airsoft chrono sheet, all the normal stuff, who tested and expected it, and how hard it was shooting with 20s. And here you have your DBoys PDW manual. This is a very nice manual and has a lot of really good detailed information in here. Also included are a bunch of stickers you can put on the PEQ box, which is included with this gun to make it look really cool. So here's what it looks like when all the paperwork and styrofoam is gone. Inside, there is a pack of 250 DBoy BBs, .2s, but we don't recommend you use these. An 80-round mid-cap magazine, barrel extension, metal tip, a quick change sling mount, a vertical foregrip, a very nice PEQ box, 9.6 volt, 1200 milliamp, with rails on the side, a crappy trickle charger. We recommend you don't use this, cleaning and dejamming rod, 90-round speed loader, and your DBoys PDW. It's a very, very nice weapon. Now let's talk a little bit about the history behind this awesome weapon. DBoys PDW is based off of the Knights Armament Company PDW, otherwise known as the KAC PDW. It is an experimental personal defense weapon designed by KAC. It uses a 6x35mm cartridge, which is not as big as the 5.56, but is actually pretty close in terms of grains. As with all PDWs, this is meant to be a very capable but not full-size weapon for crews of trucks and artillery and tanks and aircraft crews and people like that who wouldn't normally carry a full-on rifle in a combat zone because they're doing other things. It is a full 10 inches shorter and a whole pound lighter than the M4. It is a relatively new weapon, with the first versions of it being shown to some riders at the 2006 SHOT Show. It was officially introduced at the 2006 NDIA Small Arms Symposium in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Now that we're done with that, let's talk a little bit about the features of the PDW. First, we'll start off with this weapon stock. There is an optional sling adjustment point right here. There is a nice rubber butt plate that is serrated for extra grip. The stock is very, very firm and does not wobble whatsoever. It can support the full weight of the gun by itself if you hold it only by the stock. It also folds. In order to fold it, take this button, push it in, the whole stock folds over and locks into place over here. In order to unfold the stock, simply grab the stock, pull it back, and it snaps into place just like almost every other folding stock. Also, over here we have the quick change sling mount. Simply push the button in the middle, take it out. You can move it right over to another spot. Let's go right here behind the fire selector switch, push in the button, stick it in, and it's right in there. It's secure, it's firm, it's not going anywhere unless you push it out. Other features on this gun include the flip-up sights, back sight, front sight, a functioning bolt catch. Simply take the charging lever, pull it back. The bolt stays open, which also exposes the hop-up unit. To close the bolt catches on this side, right here. Simply push it. It does require a bit of force, and it snaps forward. Also, with the magazine, it is an 80-round mid-cap, as mentioned earlier. But when inserting it in your weapon, be very 100% sure that you have it in all the way, because if you just put it in like this, it won't go all the way and it'll most likely fall out. So put it in and make sure to give it a nice little smack on the bottom to make sure you hear that sound click to make sure your mag is completely locked into place. Another cool feature to this gun is the ambidextrous mag release and fire selector switch. You can see over here we have the mag release, and over here we have the fire selector switch. On the opposite side of the weapon we have the fire selector switch and the mag release. So, even with the stock folded, because of the ambidextrous mag release, you can easily eject your magazine when the stock is folded like this. If you look here, you can see the mag release is blocked by the folded stock. But on the other side, easy mag release, reload, you're good to go. Flash hider up here, we have a very nice 14mm counterclockwise thread, and using that 14mm thread, you can easily take off the flash hider it comes with and put on this all-metal darker flash hider to give your gun a more realistic feel. Also on that note, if you would like to install the barrel extension, there is a screw right here that you need to undo in order to take this whole assembly off and attach the new barrel assembly right here. Another neat feature is the PEQ box, which is located right here, though it is wired out of the left side of the rail system on the front of the gun. It is a 9.6 1200 milliamp battery, which is very, very nice and looks pretty spiffy on your gun. This gun is extremely well constructed. The stock is made of aluminum, the rails are aluminum, the upper receiver and lower receiver are aluminum. The only things that are not aluminum or metal on this weapon are the stock flash hider, the pistol grip, and the magazine. And now, Delta 1 for the internal reports.
Thank you, Freezer. Now, DBoys has come an exceptionally long way from their internals from a long time ago. Now, DBoys has really stepped it up. They put a nice motor in here. It's shooting around 800 rounds per minute, just the way I like it, right in that area. And it's got 7mm ball bearings, so it's not going to have those little plastic crap that they used to have in their old models, and it was a long time ago. Now, they've also got an M120 spring in here, so it's firing nice. They've also done some improvement to their gears and along sort of other things in here. They've done a good job with this gun. I'm very impressed with what DBoys is coming out with. I'm also impressed with their hop-up designs on some of their guns. Now, the hop-up on this is actually quite nice. It is not that bad compared to their other guns. They've started doing this since their Scar when they made that, and a long list of improvements have come from that on all of their guns and has been reflected on them. So DBoys is doing a great job. I highly recommend this gun to anyone. It is very, very good. Also, one more thing, the barrel length is 229mm long. So it's great for CQB. Highly recommend. Before I ramble any much longer, I'm just going to hand this back over to Freezer. So thank you, Freezer.
Thank you, Delta 1, for the internal reports. So now for the conclusion. The DBoys PDW is an excellent weapon for the money. I would give it an 8 out of 10, just because there's so many possibilities with all the rails, the detachable sights, which are great by themselves, and the PQB box, which allows you to have a folding stock and still have a functioning battery. This box also has rails on the side, so you can mount even more stuff on there. It also comes with the black flash hider, which adds for realism, and it is a bit hot firing wise. Shoots about 400 FPS, which is pretty fast for some CQB fields, so you may need to downgrade your spring for CQB. If you're going to turn this into a field weapon, I would suggest getting a barrel extension to make it accurate at longer ranges. You can buy this gun for $220 on aspeciairsoft.com. I'm going to give this gun an 8. It would make an excellent sidearm for a sniper because of the folding stock, which almost halves the length. Easily put it on a 1 point. It's a great realistic weapon. I love it. This is godsairsofters review of the DBoys PDW. Thanks for watching.